The Oruga Podcast.
Somehow somebody's always looking the other way. Now look at these guys. They look busy, right?
It's good to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like midday. Usually we do the podcast at like 6 p.m. and nobody watches our lives at 6 p.m. But
now we're here a little early. Maybe we'll get some viewers.
I know. And last week we got laggy, we got glitchy. It's just like the internet fucking fizzed out on us. So, I paid my Wi-Fi bill. That's number one. And then number two, I reset the router. So hopefully none of that happens today.
Do you ever experience lag on your TV when you're like watching TV at all?
It's been more recent, and yes.
Okay.
But I'm starting to think that it's not really my Wi-Fi, and that it's the streaming services, because I have really good Wi-Fi.
I have the same Wi-Fi as you, so I feel like I also have.
You have,
Wi-Fi.
yeah. So since we live in Cincinnati, the best internet provider for us is Cincinnati Bell.
Correct.
But they changed the fiber optics. But anyways, they have the.
What do you mean they changed the fiber optics? They don't offer that anymore?
No, they changed their name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They changed their name.
Alta Fiber, yeah.
Alta Fiber. That's what it is. Now, excuse me, my fault. Alta Fiber. You're right. And so anyways, they're the best internet,
right?
And they're the best internet around because it's like what 400 or 500 megabytes per second,
right?
It's awesome stuff, and it's like what 40.
Affordable.
It's affordable.
Nearby.
But I'm not here to fucking be an ad for them. I'm just saying that like we have phenomenal Wi-Fi, but the fact that the streaming services lag, like Disney Plus. I fucking hate
Disney Plus is so annoying.
If they don't get their shit together they are literally criminally giving me way too many ads. It's like 3 minutes sometimes, and you're like, I'm sitting. I just want to turn the computer, turn my TV off at that point.
Right, like I'm zoned out of the show. Like as soon as I get dialed back in, there's another ad. It's terrible. Exactly,
and like. I'm getting shit fucking pixelated images. I mean, these are 4K movies I should be watching.
Right.
Because if I did it on my computer, I could do a 4K. But since it's on my fucking TV, I don't have the option. It's just too weird. I don't really get it. I hate all of those streaming services now. Because now it's like, it's all just, what is it, compressed? They're all compressed.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know either.
I was reading some forums on Reddit, and it was like, oh, I'm on my PS4. My PS4 can handle like this much data of playing all these games.
Yeah.
And I can't handle it on Disney Plus. What's going on?
Yeah.
And it's like, is it the streaming service? Is it the device? Is it the router?
Is it the...
I feel like...
I know.
I feel like no one's really went to Disney about this. They need to fix their shit. They get so much money. They have to be getting... racks and racks from our.
I don't mind their interface. Their interface is okay. Paramount's really good though. Paramount's the best one I've had personally. Paramount's so good because it actually doesn't like lag, and the ads aren't that bad. And like, Disney's just and my TV's really not built for like. It just, I'm sure that my Samsung TV doesn't have the Wi-Fi connection, like a good enough Wi-Fi like adapter or like router to be able to actually connect to the internet. So like
Dude,
it's really unfortunate.
Disney's movies right now are kind of mid.
Yeah,
not being a big movie watcher myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch I think it's Talahada.
What's that?
Fuck. I said it wrong. With the Ricky Bobby movie.
The Ricky Bobby movie. Okay.
What is that called? Talahida Heights?
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights.
You watched that for the first time?
I did watch that for the first time.
Yeah.
Amazing movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Really enjoyed it.
It's a great movie.
But there's just not a lot of bangers on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hot
like
take.
I finished what is it? I finished Star Wars.
Fair.
And then I started watching Black Panther last night. I got a little through it, but if you don't want to watch a Marvel movie, Star Wars, it's just
not the place.
It's not the place. Truly, yeah. That's why like Paramount's so good, dude. Not to be, and like I want Netflix too. I want Netflix,
dude. I want Netflix so bad.
I know.
I have like 5, maybe 4 family members that pay for Netflix, and I can't use their accounts anymore. It sucks.
Yeah, and I guess me and my girlfriend were looking at the price plans for Netflix, and like we're broke.
Right.
We shouldn't be shilling out fucking $39 for.
It's $39 a month for the basic.
I think so. The basic gives you ads though.
I see.
And like my girlfriend's really gung ho on the idea of having no ads.
Right.
That
makes sense.
No ads. It's Netflix.
Right.
They were the first ones to never have ads. So like, yeah, and it's pretty pricey, man. It's pretty pricey. And even if you do the like the multi-household plan, you know what I'm talking about, like where multiple people have the password in different households. I mean, they're charging you for that stuff too.
Right.
And so it's no flat rate. It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I would agree.
Man. You know that YouTube, man, I don't think I brought the clip, but YouTube was having like hour-long to 3-hour-long ads that were unskippable.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
That were unskippable?
Unskippable hour-long ads. And they said it was just to promote people to pay for their Plus subscription. They don't care anymore about the length of their ads that are unskippable.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. I mean, YouTube's still trying to beat down my door for my ad blocker.
I could imagine.
And there's no way. There's no way that I hate ads on YouTube.
I feel it.
It is. I'll literally be inconvenienced every single day by downloading a new ad blocker to my
Google Chrome.
To my Google Chrome. But yeah.
It's terrible.
It's the war on ads right now for me. That's for sure. Did you watch the Super Bowl? You didn't watch the Super Bowl at all, did you?
No.
Yeah, it was good.
I heard there was a Kanye ad, apparently.
Oh, was there? I didn't see it.
I feel like no one sees it.
Man, you know what? I'm going to show you the
Kanye tweets.
This was really good. This commercial was really good.
Aliens.
This was my favorite one.
Interesting. I think I've seen this.
It was the best one I saw.
Ooh, I don't think I've seen this. It's like a 5 Gum commercial. Oh.
Dorito. Yeah.
Dude, there's a fucking Doritos commercial. I don't know if it was real or not, but it was like this barber.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Try and look this up. It's like Doritos barbershop commercial. It's fucking nuts. Like dude, I don't want to spoil it. If it's a real thing. Yes, this commercial is crazy. I feel like it's a fake. There's no way this is real.
Nothing fancy. I still got it. And you won't believe I had the hair.
The quality is too high for not to be real, though.
Hair.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like the Black Bobby around.
It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Man, what?
Down bad for some Doritos, bro.
That was really funny. I liked that.
There's no
That was
way.
really funny. I enjoyed that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's really funny.
No way, dude, is that down bad for some Doritos.
That's really funny. Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
It's a good one. Yeah, I didn't see the Kanye commercial.
I heard about it in a short, like YouTube short. Didn't see it either myself.
Commercial 2025.
Yeah, I heard that was it. I don't know what he was even talking about.
What's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to Easy.com.
That's terrible.
That's
pretty. The image that he wants to portray. That's crazy.
It's pretty good. I don't mind it actually, to be honest, because like there were some commercials that were really bad. Like
They're trying too hard.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I thought was pretty funny. You know, the amount of weight loss commercials I see now, and you know, I guess what I didn't enjoy was the him and hers commercial.
Fair.
Do you know what hims and
yeah,
hers
I've seen
is?
those. Like the fact that I know what that is, I think it's a problem.
I agree. And they were trying to do a pharmaceutical drug companies are evil kind of scenario. Like they were trying to they were trying to do that. They were trying to like paint how like pharmaceutical companies are not in your favor and how they want you to like, you know, basically dissolve and be sick forever and to be dependent upon these drugs forever because you need to, you know, they're just like money machines.
Right.
And so, and then at the end of that speech that him and hers did, they were like, you know, you should buy our weight loss pill.
Right.
And so it's just like, ew. That one was weird. I like when I was watching it, I was like, I'm gonna have to expel these demons from me because this is like they're just like trying to put a spell on you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, ugh, I don't know. And the weight loss commercials are so fucking weird. And the fact that nobody can talk about like, hey, if you want to lose some weight, go exercise. Like,
it's nuts.
Don't take a fucking shot to your stomach and just like
that's crazy.
That's so weird. Don't do it. Don't do it. As a person who's been gaining weight, I can positively tell you that I have been gaining weight because of the amount of food I eat. I eat a large amount of food. I eat so much food that I've been gaining weight. And if I didn't want to gain weight, I should eat a little less food and exercise a little more. And that's the end of the story. I shouldn't be fucking getting little shots to the side and like, I know, but
I think it used to be a real big thing back in the day too, because I've heard a lot of stories of people back in the day trying like weight loss medicine or taking early versions of 5-hour energy and they lost weight and then they become addicted to those drugs.
Right.
And then ruin families, ruin people's lives. And now they're like reintroducing the same kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like what kind of side effects are these drugs going to have on the next generation? Like will these people that are taking hims and hers like have terrible side effects and basically become like heroin addicts and then destroy families?
I don't know if I'm gonna paint that. I'm not gonna paint that picture, but you would think that like I am curious what is the effects of taking hormones to try to like balance yourself. That I mean, like obviously that's a people do that all the time. Women take birth control to regulate their hormonal balance,
right?
But they go see a doctor,
right?
They don't go online and like fill out a little form, you know.
Wow.
That's my thoughts on it, but obviously I'm no fucking doctor and I'm no health scientist. So what do I know? Basically close to nothing. But I think it's a little odd. And you know, what if you are right? What if people's lives gets destroyed? What if like, you know, they have like ailments or cancer or something from it? I don't really know.
There's a lump on your neck. Please go see your doctor.
Yeah.
All the 9,000 side effects. Like half the video is side effects. Like,
yeah, I'm surprised they don't have that though. Hims and hers.
You don't think so?
They don't have it. At the end of their commercials, they don't have a pamphlet of all the things it does to you.
Interesting.
That's what makes me feel weird about it. Because the only other thing that doesn't do that are dick pills. Right?
Fair.
That's the only other thing that doesn't.
I feel like they do too, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, you know, go see the doctor if you have an erection for longer than 4 hours.
Right. Something simple.
That's always the traditional thing that they say, but I don't think Hims and Hers really does that, and so that's what makes me feel weird about it too. It's like, what what's going on here? What's going on
How
here?
is this possible?
Yeah, how are you guys not like giving me like a breakdown about all the things that happen? Like, you're telling me nobody has a heart defect from it? One person does. It feels like that's always a thing.
We'll see. I'm sure in the very near future we'll see the side effects of these products if people are actually falling for that.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad though that like I don't know who, but like the normalization of people being like above 75% body fat is crazy. Or just like having high body fat is like being normalized instead of being like a problem that's needed to be solved.
Yeah, it's just like the language around it's really weird. You know, just being honest about it. Just like, hey, you're probably eating a lot of food. How much do you eat a day? Right. You know, let's break down the health value of the food that you're eating each day. Are you eating anything fried? You know, how does your shit look? That's a great.
How processed is your diet?
Yeah, yeah. How many times do you go to take a shit? You know, how do you drink water? Like just simple things, you know. And I don't know. It's a weird conversation, and you really shouldn't have those kind of conversations with somebody unless you know them, right, and pretty well. You shouldn't but
and I get it too, like being poor and like not having a good diet, all of that biz, but like. I feel like there has to be some way to like get around it, eat a little healthy, have a little bit of a diet going on.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy is that I've been going to the gym for probably 2 or 3 years, like consistently. I've been going to the gym consistently, and so I see people at the gym consistently, and there's a couple like plus size people that I see, probably once, twice, 3 times a week, and they stay the same shape. But yet I meet them at the gym all the time. And I would never do this, but if I knew the person like personally, I would sit them aside and be like, "Hey, I don't know what you're doing, but it's not you've been going to the gym like I have every single day and you still don't see a difference. Like why don't you see a difference, Like I don't know. That's what gets under my skin too. But like, I'm not in a place where I could just like walk up to these people and like ask them, So
fair.
Fat culture is a weird culture.
Fair
It's
enough.
really strange. And we're in America, you know what I'm saying? So like, we're dealing with the biggest people on earth, ironically.
Right. I feel like the gym like kind of like influences people to go and do like cardio or something to lose weight fast, but if you don't have a good diet, it's pretty challenging. And some people that are big, I feel like really struggle comprehending that.
You can't outrun a diet. You cannot outrun a diet. You just can't.
It sucks when you have to pay for the gym membership and you don't understand the fact that like not only do you have to diet and you have to go to the gym and diet, like you can't just pick one. Like, you can't just not have a diet.
Yeah. And, like, I've been going to the gym every day, but I still have been gaining weight. Why have I been gaining weight? Because I've been eating so much, and it's that simple fact. So, like, yeah. It's a weird one.
I'm sure they'll have their time to shine. They keep going to the gym.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I mean, I hope they reach their
they're
goals.
building like some muscle or something, and then maybe that will take over.
Sure. I hope the best for them, and I hope they figure it out.
For sure.
Yeah.
You have something on your face.
Do I?
You do.
Okay.
Other side.
Yeah.
It's like a white speck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, probably from your shirt or something.
Did I get
it's
it?
Gone.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for informing me. I had some on my face. So what do you want to do your stuff? Why don't we do your stuff? Because you have so much to go off of. What do you...
Start off the top.
You should... All right.
takes a while to make clothes. It really does feel like dating because sometimes the end result's not what you want. Sometimes it's too expensive. Sometimes it takes too long. Sometimes the quality's not there. It literally feels like you're dating. This was a jacket I wanted to make. Sent a very quality, in-depth tech pack, which is pretty much instructions to make clothes. With measurements, references, material breakdown. Was on calls with them. They were like, we got it. Stand up and show the camera what this looks like. You look like you're a football player. It's an objective thing, like why are the numbers wrong? The material's wrong. Like look at the liner. You see how it's green? It was supposed to be blue. This took 2 months and like $300 wasted. That was my first situationship with the brand.
I wish Nolan was here so we could talk about making clothes.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the guy that I was telling you about that like faked a relationship to promote a t-shirt and it went like super viral on the internet.
Yeah.
And he was able to get a bunch of sales.
Yeah.
He had like a transformational moment where like he was built kind of like me, and then he went to the gym, started working out. He was a little chunkier than me, I think. But yeah, he went to the gym, started working out, and like fit the tee.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting. I've been trying to get you to the gym.
No way.
You're just like, no. Maybe we'll go to the gym on vacation. How about that? No, I don't exercise when I'm on vacation.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I get it.
It'd be super fun to make some clothes, have them manufactured.
Yeah, I agree. And like, yeah.
I've been thinking about like sweaters. I love crew sweaters.
Yeah.
And like, I think all my crew sweaters suck. I don't think I have a single good crew sweater that I enjoy.
Sure.
I don't know if I'll ever find one. But I think to myself, like, man, if I can't find one, will I be able to make one that I enjoy? Seems challenging.
I have a crew neck sweatshirt that I got from Goodwill. And it feels like it was made in like the 2000s.
Fair.
2010s, I mean, particularly. And it's got no logos on it. And it's like... It's cut so nice. It fits me like a glove. And it's like that. Like, it took me a long damn time to have appreciation for a crew neck because they were always wonky on me personally. And so, like, and I have a few. And every time I wear them, I'm like, this isn't really that right, you know?
Fair.
Like, you have that Adidas one, right? That's got, like, the portrait on it.
Right.
And, like, I mean, I would assume, do you like how that one fits on you?
I like it, but I don't like the design.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I kind of don't like the frill at the bottom, too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little too tight.
Yeah.
But then, like, in my mind, I'm like, if it's loose, I feel like it'd look weird as well. So, like, another shirt or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. And cuffs are a big one for me, too, because I like these cuffs, you know, but some cuffs are bad, you know? Right. Some cuffs are, like... they're like too big, or like, you know, they're not really like tight on you, or they just don't fit the material themselves. So
right.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of this guy's videos. His name's Frugal Aesthetic. Okay. And one thing that he mentioned in one of his videos I watched was the fact that like old clothes deteriorate a certain way.
Yes.
Like it's like you could have a polyester cotton mesh combination, and the way it deteriorates can feel different from the way one person took care of it versus the way the other person took care of it, just depending on different soaps, how it was stored, how it was worn. And like he found a shirt that he really enjoyed, and you'll never be able to recreate it just because of the fact that it was cared for in a certain way.
Yeah.
And you can't replicate that. It's insane.
Yeah. That's why, like, you know, that's like when I go to Goodwill, dude, sometimes I find stuff that's so perfect. You know, and then other times it's so dog shit. And I could imagine how it does depend upon who takes care of it, how they wore it, how they store it. Yeah, I totally understand that. Because, like, I have this one sweatshirt that's easy, like 10, 15 years old. But it's like, you know, it's still wearable. It still feels great.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
There's this shitty YouTube short I was watching the other day, and it was kind of the opposite of that. Like, someone completely trashed a denim jacket, but it was like 200, not even 200 years old. It was probably like 50 years old, like something like a crazy age. Okay. It looked completely trashed. Like he just picked it off the street after it got ran over 50 times, and he was wearing it, and he was like, yeah, this is like a $20,000 jacket. And he was like trying to flex it. He's like, this is like a historic piece or some shit. I was like, ain't no way.
That's funny.
Crazy.
That's funny. Yeah. What do you I don't know. I was gonna ask you, like, are you interested in creating clothes, or do you just like watching this dude?
I would love to make clothes, but I don't know.
I'm gonna get some coffee while you say this.
I think I'd like to make clothes, but I don't know where I'd start. Like, socks would be cool. I want to make the ultimate sweater. Shirts, I feel like, are overrated. I feel like there's so many shirts on the market. And then pants would be cool, like sweatpants. I feel like no one, like, I'm a tall guy, and I feel like no one really takes advantage of, like, long pants, especially for the ladies, too. Like, I feel like it's hard for ladies to get long pants. Long sleeves would be cool to make. There's not a lot of long sleeves out there.
With branding or no branding?
A little bit of both. I think I'd like some graphics, and maybe making some like non-graphic things would be cool as well. I think they'd all still kind of be of a brand, but like not really showcasing it just because it's like such a great product. Like if I made a dope-ass sweater that just fits perfectly,
Yeah.
I might have one that's just like neutral colors. That'd probably sell for a shit ton of money.
Yeah. And we still, I still want to do, like, if we could, like, redo our merch for Oruga. I mean, we had so much merch for Oruga, but then it was just hard to maintenance it. I mean, we still gotta get our website up. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So like, but yeah, I mean, like, I loved having the printed clothes. They were cool. I really enjoyed them. I still have a couple shirts, and it really does matter about material though and how it's made, and yeah.
Have you heard about the Kanye? I mean, the Yeezy.com. We saw the ad, but
yeah.
Have you seen Yeezy.com?
No.
All right, we gotta be careful treading these waters.
Why?
There might be a sign from World War II.
Oh God, really? Really? Are you kidding?
Oh, what? No, the website was up the other day. Try looking it up on Google. It says coming soon. What? Try scrolling down. Maybe. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Do you think this is? I don't
This
want
is
to say
not his
real.
website.
Yeah, that's what I kind
Yeah.
of figured. Yeah.
Can you go to like Google Images? It might have gotten taken down by someone, maybe even him. If you search up shirts. Ooh, hopefully it doesn't show the. Putting it on myself real quick. Okay. Let's scroll down a little bit to get past that. All right. If you click on that one to YouTube, just so we can see that picture, those are like Kanye shirts that he was just releasing as of recently. That's
Okay.
like, you can see the one right next to it that's red. Don't click that. That's like a Diddy shirt that he made recently. But
Sean Combs, you know what I'm saying?
wild. And he yeah, his shirt, these are his shirts that he designed. I feel like he copied Rick Owens, like just like a Rick Owens drip, like something that he'd wear.
Okay.
But it's crazy that
I hate those fucking shoulder cuts.
right,
Those
they're like raw cuts.
Yeah, I don't.
Just, it's crazy unique.
I hate when shirts go up like this too. So
It's nuts. Even like the collar and the bottom of it too is like all like raw. There's like
Yeah.
no sewing.
I gotta tell you. So I got this sweatshirt from Urban Outfitters.
Okay.
And so like I was walking around Urban Outfitters. I was just like, just trying to see if there was anything I like.
Fair.
And there was this, I'm in the men's section. I gotta highlight that. I'm in the men's section. And the only plain sweatshirts that they had were these like black sweatshirts, okay?
Right.
But they're cut like Kanye sweatshirts. Do you know what I mean?
Like this or
let me look up a sweatshirt. Sweatshirt. like this. They're cut like this particularly.
Okay.
Okay. Like a little short on the bottom of it.
Right.
It's like it looks a little baggy. And I get this sweatshirt. Fucking hated it so much because it was just like every time I would like lift up my arms,
super
fucking cropped. Like it just didn't fit my body at all. And I'm pretty normal. Like clothes fit me just fine. I feel like, you know, the general masses of like manufacturing for clothes fits me.
Right.
I'm not abnormal at all. But that fucking sweatshirt was so painful from Urban Outfitter. And it's just like, I feel like this is like I'm sure Kanye's stuff is okay. You know, I'm sure his sweatshirts are really nice or whatever. But like the fucking like, what is it? Like the fad that comes along with this stuff. It's just like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like the Kanye like clothes fad is so weird. And if Kanye's not the producer of it, it just looks weird. And it's just like done improperly.
Right.
That's my opinion.
I feel that. I can feel it. I'm sure you've heard of Shein. I think I've talked to you about
Shein?
Shein.
Yeah,
They make
somehow.
a bunch of clothes. Like,
yeah.
Literally, if you would draw or make a like clothes and it'd go like semi-viral, maybe like 10,000 likes on like Instagram or some shit.
Yeah.
They would steal it and mass produce it, like any shirt that you could have made or any clothing design.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking nuts. So they have like fucking everything on there, and some of it works, some of it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we were running. Where are they from? Where's Shein from?
I think they're based off in China.
Okay.
If I'm correct, I think you can't buy things from them anymore because Trump like did some sort of sanction. I think that's what it's called.
Today I saw that there was a media person got banned from the White House because they didn't use the term Gulf of America. They used Gulf of Mexico.
No way.
Yeah, so they got banned from like being able to be a media personnel in the White House. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I agree.
He's standing on business for that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, you know, there was this one thing. I gotta see if it's still up there. So I saw this before Elon's kid Trump.
Where he put
is to restore democracy. Prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're
wow.
Partnership with the agency heads and
Yeah, so I kept seeing things about this kid being like, you know, talking shit to the president.
Right.
But I just think he's just got an interesting kid, you know?
I mean, of course. Yeah, of course. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think I was a terrible kid.
From one year to the next are the same, and they do.
That is a pretty crazy statement to say to anybody.
Right.
You know?
Man, I was on the reaction. Fuck.
Oh, you were on the reaction?
It's not.
That's okay.
I only have one viewer. Hopefully you're not upset.
Are the same, and
That's a pretty crazy statement. I will agree. But
he's a kid.
He's a kid.
Part alien. His name's X. Who's gonna act
Is
out?
his father really parenting him?
We'll never know.
Is there disciplinary actions in his life? I don't know, but that is pretty fascinating. You know, I saw that before we were getting on, so I thought.
Don't worry, he's gonna be just like Baron when he grows up.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
Quiet, tall figure.
Yeah, I agree. That's really funny. That's funny, man. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. I know. What do you want to do next? Like, do you want to go through your content still?
Do you want to rapid fire through some stuff?
Yeah, we can. We can. Do you want to do this?
Sure,
the reason your jeans are blue.
This is
can
more
be
on like
found in
clothing.
this jar.
Okay.
It contains indigo, a natural dye that is blue to violet in its pure form. Indigo is not soluble in water, and that's actually a good thing. Otherwise, a pair of jeans would turn white after just one wash. But how can fabric be dyed with this dye if it is insoluble in water? To show you, I'm filling a 2-liter beaker with water and adding indigo. At first, it floats on the surface and the water remains colorless.
If you ever work with dye, you know, like, don't even get near it with water because it just goes everywhere.
Interestingly, in the past, instead of sodium dithionite, people used stale urine. As soon as I add these two substances to the water, you can observe the formation of an orange-yellow solution. You might think the indigo has been destroyed. In fact, what has formed is so-called indigo white, which is soluble in water. Now I place the fabric I want to dye into the solution. Initially, it looks as though nothing has been dyed at all. The fabric has merely taken on a yellowish color. But as soon as I take it out, something magical happens. When the fabric comes into contact with air, it turns blue. The indigo white is oxidized back into the blue indigo by the oxygen in the air. Because the indigo was absorbed into the fibers in its soluble form and then converted into its insoluble form within them, it remains locked inside and will not wash out later.
Wow, that was really cool. That was
really
cool.
Interesting.
That's really fascinating that it gets dissolved into water, or when it gets exposed to oxygen, I should say, that it
turns that dark blue that we're all used to.
That's very fascinating. So that's a true chemical like a
reaction.
Yeah, a chemical reaction. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Nutty.
Yeah.
Ready to rapid fire to the next one?
Okay. Let's do it. I thought you had some thoughts. Let's do the next one, guys.
If you want to see a quantum computer, just go outside and look at a forest. Look at a leaf. A leaf takes light from the sun, photons, combines it with carbon dioxide, creates oxygen, and also eventually creates cellulose and chlorophyll. Think about it for a moment. That's a computation. That's a quantum computer. Mother Nature does this at room temperature. Mother Nature is ahead of us. We can't yet do it at room temperature.
You know who that dude is?
No, who is that dude? Who the fuck is that guy?
Oh, man. To show me Muskofi? I'm mispronouncing it heavily, but
does he like work for Intel or some shit? Or some
no.
bullshit?
Do you want me to tell you what he is?
What is this
He's
guy?
a professor that scientifically is trying to prove that UFOs exist.
I see.
So the fact that you chose him was really funny.
Great.
I don't really know how to find him besides asking. Okay, so Joe Rogan, professor, UFO. Wow, the fact that that's him. Mishui Kaku. Yeah, that's this dude. So
interesting.
Yeah, he's like a professor of physics, maybe.
I really like what he has to say about quantum computers.
Yeah,
he seemed real intelligent.
Yeah,
I don't understand the nature part, but like as you go on to the content, you kind of learn more about what quantum computing is.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was like just a super fast computer that does things throughout different ways, but I kind of spoke to you about this earlier when you were asked about like passwords, and I told you they'd be obsolete.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you could literally crack any password.
Yeah, dude. You know, passwords are the biggest point of pain in my life, without a doubt. And, you know, one day something will have to replace a password. Right. And what that is, I have no idea. And the fact that we as a society haven't been able to figure out how to get rid of passwords, it's so stupid. It's so archaic. It's so like, you know, that like a cliche scene in a movie where like somebody's at a door and like they open the little like
latch or
they
something.
open the latch to see and like, what's the password? Okay, right. Now you're let in. Like, it's so archaic like that. That's how we get to our Google. That's how we get to our email. That's how we get to our whatever the fuck. That's how we get to our fucking Disney, plus fucking subscription. So like, the fact that we can't get around passwords is crazy, dude. They're so stupid. Passwords are ridiculous.
Fair enough.
And you feel dumb. You even feel dumber for forgetting them.
Yeah, it sucks. You gotta write them down somewhere.
Yeah.
And now they want like more advanced passwords, 16 digits long, special characters, capital letters.
Yeah.
It gets fucking crazy.
It's so crazy. I'm just going to put special characters. That's it.
Damn.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I think that discussion that we did have earlier, like the conclusion of it was that for there to be
his name is fucking right here.
Bruh. That's hilarious.
Sorry, continue though.
Yeah, our conclusion was that like the best password would be like to be unhackable by a quantum computer would basically be a quantum computer. Quantumly making a password, a new password combination at all times.
So you have like this little chip that is your password that's like, always changing. And you were telling me about that.
It would have to like you'd have to have so much processing power to like break that chip.
Yeah, and weren't we were also having a conversation about how maybe it was a bank that had the fish being on recording, and the recording based off their spatial awareness was making a code off of the fish in their spatial like situation.
Yeah, that was, I think it's Cloudflare. I bet we could look up that video online.
Yeah. Do you mind if we do?
Sure.
Cloudflare.
To restore
they have like goldfish in their tank. It's nuts.
Cloudflare. Flare, excuse me. Flare. How you spell it? Just like this?
And
Cloudflare.
then fish. Yeah. Oh, it's lava lamps now? I thought it was fish.
Jimmy.
There might be another one, fish. I guess it is lava lamps. Yeah, you should look at that 3-minute video for lava lamps.
Computers aren't very good at picking random numbers. You're going to get the same numbers. Safe.
Where did I watch this?
Web services and sort of sits in front of them as a gatekeeper. Somewhere around 10% of the web flows through Cloudflare's network. Cloudflare was one of the first companies to provide free SSL encryption for websites. So the connection between your web browser and the website you're going to is fully encrypted and, invisible for eavesdroppers to be able to look at.
In short, these folks deal with a lot of encrypted internet traffic, so they need a lot of random numbers. It is possible to write code that will simulate randomness, and that's good enough for a lot of users, but in theory, those numbers could be predicted. They're just being generated by code. So the servers here have to get their randomness from an external and entirely unpredictable source. A lot of home computers treat their own users as sources of randomness. Tiny twitches of mouse movements, the exact milliseconds between keystrokes, or on a phone, maybe even the accelerometer or other sensors. In all those cases, they generally discard the bigger parts, the bits that could just be influenced by humans, and go off to tiny little decimal places, the bits that you couldn't control precisely even if you wanted to. But that sort of human interaction is nowhere near enough for an operation on this scale, hence lava lamps.
We videotape these lava lamps and take the pictures and the video and turn it into a stream of random, unpredictable bytes. And this unpredictable data is what we use to help create the keys that encrypt the traffic that flow through Cloudflare's network. This data is then fed into our data centers and then fed into the Linux kernel, which then
not
uses
a
it to
key,
help,
just random data.
see random
That's
number
funny.
generators that are used to generate keys. Every time that you...
It's nuts.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Do you think there's ever a time where those two keys are the same?
In like 1,000 years, you might be able to create that.
Two the same.
Yeah. For that statement, I would question about the lava lamps and their ability to be random, because maybe for all we know, lava lamps are pretty standard. They get into like a rhythm between like the heat source and how like they get into like a flowing
at the end of the day.
Yeah, a flowing rhythm, almost like when you turn on your faucet, how like the water can be undisturbed.
Right.
It gets into this like I forget what the word is, but like this like almost like water fusion.
Laminar flow.
Yes, that stuff. What happens if it happens like with the lava lamps?
Yeah, I'm sure if you could figure out the temperature of the room, all the parameters, the type of liquid that is, the viscosity, the surface area of each bubble. Sure. I feel like you could math out the position of each one of those lava lamps, honestly. There's a lot of bubble. You'd have to be incredibly intelligent
Yeah.
And it'd almost be a waste of your time to like get to that level of intelligence to know how to do that.
Yeah.
And then waste it on that just for one picture, for one crack at one website.
Yeah. For one moment.
Right.
Yeah. Here, let me check on my. I want to make sure that I turned off my coffee maker.
Fair. Go ahead. Yeah, but I think it's possible, honestly.
Yeah.
Who's watching the podcast? Who's watching the podcast?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is some good videos. These are some good videos. You got any like icebreakers?
I do have some memes,
Like-
some crazy memes.
All right, I'm like, we've been doing a lot of education.
It's gonna get real educational here. I like 2 more.
Yeah, you got 2 more educational ones. You got like a meme to like just to like.
Let's go.
Like this one.
Oh, go to DC.
This one.
Yep.
Okay.
Good, my brother.
Hey, how you doing, man?
$1,000 I shall double and give it to the next person.
Give it to me.
You?
No, we gonna double it.
Y'all together, right?
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, you do.
So do y'all want me to double
You
it?
know what? Let's go. If you give away money, I'll take it. But I don't know you, man.
Really, and give it to
So-
the next
Dude
person.
sounds like
Double
Dave
it,
Chappelle.
what do I get out of it?
Nothing. We finna give it to the next person.
No, we.
We're doubling it? You're a good sir. Excuse me. Would you like $1,000 or shall I double it and give it to the next person?
I'll take it.
We just blessed that man. We just blessed that man.
Face, man. Get the fuck out my
You come up towards me.
Get the fuck out my face.
It's okay, bro.
No, get the fuck out my face.
He's pissed. Did you realize what happened there?
He was trying to take his $1,000. Was that what's happening? That he was gonna hand it to somebody?
So the guy in the gray sweatshirt
Yes.
was working with the cameraman.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so-
I'm with you on that.
All right.
I'm with you on
He was
that.
trolling. Mad trolling. The guy in the gray is mad. This is all a troll. It's all a setup.
Yeah, of course.
But damn, that guy was pissed.
He was pissed.
That's
yeah.
so fucked up.
Get the fuck out of my face.
But
yeah.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. We.
That's so bad.
It is really funny. People aren't like that much anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like people don't actually like
get mad.
Like everything's
Fair.
a social situation where people are just like, or they'll just walk away,
Right.
but like nobody's confrontational anymore. That's
Right.
what I like to say, that it's very rare that people are confrontational. So like, I'm a big fan of, that was fun. Yeah.
It's wild.
That's really good. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is this? Is this Kodak?
No.
This isn't
We're
Kodak?
watching- Bruh.
That's pretty funny.
It's wild and
That's pretty funny. Yeah. Do you do this all the time?
no, I
Do you get in the car and you're
This
like,
is what I do
"It's
to
the
Ashley."
color of love. Yeah.
like when she knows, so she starts singing some lyrics. I'm like, there's no way in hell you know this song.
Mm-hmm.
Prove it to me.
Yeah.
Prove that you're not just faking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She knows some songs.
Yeah.
She knows fucking like Fetty Wap songs that I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is a crazy world.
Mm-hmm.
She knows more Fetty Wap than I do.
That's pretty crazy. But, women love Fetty Wap for some reason. They love some Fetty Wap.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. What do you want to do next? What do you want to do next?
Let's do DA. Let's get some brain rot in here.
Okay. This is really bad.
You, me, gas station. What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course. Uh-oh. There was a rupee inside of our gas station sushi. We black out and wake up in a sewer. We're surrounded by fish. Horny fish. You know what that means? Fish orgy. The stench draws in a bear.
I don't know
What do we
how to
do?
explain
We're
this,
gonna
but I
fight
saw it, and I was like, what the fuck?
Bear naked? Oh, yes, please. We befriend the bear after we beat it in a brawl. Then we ride it into a Chuck E. Cheese. Dance, dance, revolution. Revolution? Overthrow the government? I think so. Next thing you know, I'm reincarnated.
Did I put too much crack in his drink?
Turn into a jet, fly into the sun.
Sonic, what are you doing? You're supposed to be training with Shadow for the tournament.
Blue dumb shit's late for our practice session. You'll be taking his place.
I didn't sign up for this.
I don't even know how this ends. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't watch it.
Well, we're dead.
It's been nice knowing you guys.
Inquisitive.
And there it is. There it is. I hope you cringed. I hope you got the brain rot. Apparently, this is a thing. You know, voiceover AI Sonic.
That's the thing.
That's been turned into the most brain rot shit ever.
I mean, I actually do feel dumber. I feel palpably dumber.
Good.
For sure.
This comes across my feed sometimes.
Oh, what about DC?
Like,
what is this? What about Ohio? Oh, we gotta watch
this. Is like educational,
Ohio is
low-key.
currently one of the richest and most populous states in the United States. But what would...
It's true. Ohio's #1.
It's not. It does. No, it. No,
dude, we have everything. What don't we have? We have a base. We have. We make the chips. We got Intel. We got the Tasmanian superconductor, motherfuckers.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ohio is not the wealthiest or most populous.
We got attractions.
Like what?
The fucking Mac Bridge, bro.
Yeah.
The fucking Bengals Stadium.
How do you feel that? So since
I drove on it once.
How did it go?
I survived, but it wasn't during rush hour.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, so we just to give a little background to our listeners. The Big Mac Bridge is a bridge that connects Kentucky and Ohio, and it was burned to a crisp by some homeless people, and so the bridge has been basically what's the word, like
you cannot
it was
drive
closed down. Yeah, the bridge was closed down for a good 4 or 5 months, and now it's back and repaired, but I actually haven't driven on it yet. It's been about 4 or 5 days since it's been open. I don't want to drive on. I've been going the same route through downtown.
Are there a lot of people still doing that?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Everybody's still doing it. Everybody's going through Newport, like on the other bridge, trying to avoid the bridge that closed down. Yeah, everybody's still using that for sure.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta break it in for sure.
We're creatures.
I don't want to be the one that broke it in.
No, look, if the moment, no, I'm not gonna be there when it inevitably cracks on the other side because they didn't fix it right or whatever the fucking bullshit is. You know, how could the homeless people perfectly go for one lane and not the other? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I see what you're saying.
The flames engulfed the entire bridge, but you're telling me only one side of the bridge was damaged? No way.
Hey, man.
No way.
Those crackheads, they got the third eye. You know what I mean? They be doing shit that you just cannot imagine. They'll be doing triple backflips.
Yeah.
Just off rip.
Yeah.
In the middle of the street.
They know how to make fire with just a little bit of lint, you know?
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, they'll do things that will surprise you.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll continue then.
If Ohio became an independent country. First of all, the territory of Ohio doesn't seem that big, but in fact it is larger than countries such as the Czech Republic and Hungary. Despite its relatively small area, the country's population is quite large and amounts to 11.7 million people, which is more than in Norway and Finland combined. Ohio also has 3 large cities, but their population is less than 10% of the entire state. Finally, Ohio ranks 7th among U.S. states in terms of GDP, making it richer than Greece and Egypt.
Richer than Egypt?
Bro, I told you, we got it all. We got it all. We got 80 acres. We got Procter & Gamble. We got fucking everything.
And the fact that the cities are only 10% of the population, that's kind of crazy.
You can't live in the city over here. That shit's too expensive.
What are you supposed to... You know, the cornfields don't have that many people. I don't really...
Really? You don't think so? You don't think so?
The fact that you're willing
Bro,
to...
people are running through that shit. Like this is a zombie apocalypse.
You're like ready to spar with
people
me.
Are coming with tactics.
You're not talking shit about my hometown. The cornfield. Like, get out of here.
Bro, like people are coming up with new ways to avoid getting their feet struck through with corn stems and shit.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people, believe it or not.
I don't disagree. Why do you have such AI content? You have such AI content.
AI?
Ohio is currently one of...
Your content's so fucking
AI.
Like, this is so crazy.
All right. Let's go to the CA.
All right.
This is gonna...
When has someone ever done the appropriate gesture with autism? I tried to fist bump my friend. He shook my elbow. They're on a different wavelength. Do you understand? Elon is a dude who invented a car that drives
Elon
itself.
shit.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands. His heart was in the right place. It's just his hand was not. Twice in a row, and that's suspicious. But that's probably autism as well, hopefully. Like, I have a nephew who's on the spectrum and whom I love dearly. And, you know, sometimes things are a bit confusing. Like, he came to the house the other day and he was like, Uncle Drew, you know, why was 6 afraid of 7? And I was like, I don't know, bud. And he was like, 'cause 7, 8, 9, lieber Stoffen, that. And that's autism, probably. They're great with number. Okay.
This goes back to our conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
We were talking about smart people and how smart people always make Nazi jokes.
It's true. Or we'll just know everything about World War II or some shit.
Everything. And they like can cite like particular fucking like
moments on the battlefield
Yeah.
or some bullshit.
Dude, yeah. You know, going through high school, going through college, all the smart kids know way too much about Germany.
It's nutty.
Yeah, so, you know, yeah. It's interesting. You know, what do you think about that moment? Because
Dude,
you were
backing
an
him up.
Elon defender.
I'm still defending him.
Man, you know.
There's no way he intentionally meant to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I think.
And you know what?
But if I see it again, then it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Needs to work on that first pitch. Can't be throwing pitches like that. Throwing hearts like that.
Yeah, just like.
Could you imagine him
My
being
heart.
at like a game in New York and he throws a ball like that? Like, what the fuck?
That would be really funny if you threw like the first pitch of a
Right.
game, and he fucking fully extends it out there.
Like what? Who do you think you are?
I don't know. Yeah. So you're not a defender of Elon anymore?
No, I'll still defend him.
Okay.
For that
okay.
moment, but if it happens again, all bets are off.
Yeah. And you know, like, you know my stance on that, and like, you know, I've been enjoying the SpaceX videos of his walkthroughs through that corporation or through like the business's buildings, but like, man, I still question like the whole.
What's going on here?
Elon's still tainted in my mind, you know?
Fair.
It's like Kanye. It's like Kanye after he was like, I love Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Like
Fair.
that shit. When he was saying that stuff, Elon's still kind of tainted in my mind for that one. He's still like got a little bit of residue on him for that, but I don't know.
Our political leaders are wilding.
Yeah, it's, you know, we also talked about this yesterday. I wish we didn't talk about it yesterday, but how
Unfortunate.
Elon used to be loved by liberals. Loved. Liberals adored him for his electric car, for his self-driving car, for the solar panels
On the
and
houses.
the Tesla battery for the solar panels. Liberals fucking loved that. Loved it.
Glazed to 1,000.
They would have sucked his dick on the spot. But now they're like, Elon must die.
This is the end.
This is the end. We need to call for his death. Like, it's so weird. It's a complete flip flop, you know.
It's nutty.
Yeah,
I think the joke I made is ever since he made a truck.
Yeah,
that's where he fucked up.
It's done for him. Ever since he made a truck, he's like, and they're just like, no, not for us. Yeah,
Rest in peace.
I know.
Can't support the small wiener truck drivers. Rest in peace.
Do you think you would ever get a Cybertruck?
Not a Cybertruck, but I'd get a truck.
You get a truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. What type of truck?
Ford Ranger.
You get a Ford Ranger?
Probably like a Ford Ranger Edge.
Yeah.
Like 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. So like a small compact truck.
Right.
Something that's like got back seats, but they're not really back seats.
Right.
You know, like they're just kind of there.
I want to put a nice intercooler in there. Get a nice little turbo in there.
Sure. Yeah.
I really like how they look, especially when they drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like they look real slick.
Mm-hmm.
Get it lowered a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Lowered trucks are kind of cool, you know?
Fire,
like
pretty
lowered,
fire.
you know, yeah, like
real good suspension, so like no matter what you hit, it's still like sitting straight.
Mm-hmm. No one's
so clean.
No one's brother has a lowered truck.
I see.
And I've never seen a lowered truck before. I mean, maybe I have, but I never like really took a moment to like look at this truck. Like I've seen like hot rides before, like you know, like an old like 1950s truck lowered, but I've never seen a modern truck lowered. And it looks good, man. It's a Chevy, and it looks so good lowered, and so I can understand. I wonder how that affects your 4-wheel drive, if there is 4-wheel drive, but like you know, whatever, man.
I feel like it's all in the tires.
Yeah.
If you have real good tires, I feel like it won't matter. Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
maybe if you're going uphill.
Weight distribution's a big thing too. So like once you start fucking with the suspension, you start fucking with the weight distribution. But you're lowering it, so I don't think it should be that big of a difference. But yeah,
Let's see.
Yeah. Can I show you a clip real quick?
Go ahead.
Let me because you know. Let's do this. Let's do some urban stuff.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Yeah. Let's do some urban stuff.
Haven't looked at this in a while.
So, like, you know,
what the
going through abandoned buildings must be really scary, especially for this.
What does it say?
I don't know. But this guy, like...
That's terrifying.
I know.
Give me chills.
I know, dude. I know.
Never, bro.
Like, ugh. Especially that. I mean, that's clearly is. Is real?
Sounds like Israeli.
It's like NYG, I see. I see a Y and I see a G, but I don't know what the first one is. Maybe it's MYG. But yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Fucking wild.
I know, and this dude does, like, you know, just urban exploring.
That's pretty dope, seeing cars.
Mm-hmm.
What? Is this like different clips?
I don't really know.
It felt like different clips, kind of.
Yeah, put all...
Can we rewatch that? That was kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. It's like they're in a garage, and they're in like a hospital, then they go to like a mall.
And then a funeral home. Now like
movies.
Maybe hotel.
Something with food, because that's fucking crazy, black mold and mold in general. There's
Yeah.
probably like 100 different strains of mold in there.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Definitely would need a mask.
I agree. You know, let me ask you this question. Do you feel confident enough to go into an abandoned building? Let's say like a mall.
I'd go during the daytime.
That's a very wise statement. I would go to... You know, sometimes the daytime seems like nighttime in those buildings, right? So
You're right. It depends on how big this building is. Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with you. The daytime would be preferable, right? Do you feel like, you know, I don't think I have that bone in my body to be able to do it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think so. No, because for one, it's not what I'll see. It's who I'll see.
Fair.
Is what scares me. I don't, like, you know, abandoned's a great word, but is it abandoned?
Right.
Is always the question.
I think I'd go into a building, like the one, I've been in a couple of abandoned buildings, and all the ones I've been to are like hard to get into.
Sure.
To the point where you'd need like 2 people or be somewhat athletic
Yeah.
to get into.
Yeah.
And it's like no one's in here.
Sure.
Like, no one's in there
Yeah.
just because.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get in there and, you do see the signs. You see shit in there that's like, what the fuck? People have been in here?
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, is there someone in there now? And it's like, what the fuck?
And
when I went with like 4 people and we were looking around and shit. It was a long time ago, and at that instant, like, there's so much going on. Like, it's kind of like walking through that video, like, just all this fucking shit on the walls, like spray paint.
Yeah.
There's shit that's just fucked up and destroyed. And I was with 4 other people, and we weren't keeping track of each other. We didn't have any, like, rules or anything. We didn't have any lights even. So we're just following, like, one light. We didn't know what we were walking on. It was just fucked. I think if I would do it again, I'd go somewhere that's, like, hard to access, have, like, a plan, stick together, have lights, have like a route or something.
Somewhere to meet, too.
Right.
If shit goes down. Yeah.
We were just we were running at that point in time, like, running cross country for practice. And we were just, like, kind of, like, running around there, seeing what's there type shit.
Yeah.
And then we just fucking, like, left, dipped, because someone dropped a pole.
Okay.
And it made a lot of sound. We thought someone was in there.
Yeah.
And we're all in separate rooms, and we all just, like, went straight out the way that we came and then left. And we're like, what the fuck was that? And then one of the people were like, oh, I just dropped a pole.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, that's crazy. And we left. And then as we were leaving, we saw cops come in. So that place was, like, had some sort of security to it to where it had a motion sensor in it.
Sure.
So if we would have been there any longer anyways, we would have gotten in some fucking trouble.
Yeah.
We got fucking lucky. It was insane.
Yeah. I get, over my years, I've been in a lot of, like, homes, like, just, like, homes that need to be remodeled, that just, like, gut homes. And so, like, when I would go into them, there was this one home that I was pulling up the carpets, and I was just, like, doing a lot of, like, of the gutting of the home. And it was up in, like, Reading. And it was, it was so scary. And I remember, like, being in the house alone. It was just me, like, pulling up the carpets, pulling up the liners, like, just doing, like, ordinary stuff of, like, trying to clean up the home.
Right.
And being by myself at that place was so creepy that, like, I mean, there would be times where I would, like, have to walk outside, breathe some fresh air, and just, like, kind of, like, be like, okay, society's still around me. I can go into this house again.
Damn.
Because, like, it was so creepy sometimes. Just being in a space that's, like, utterly destroyed, like, being in a home that's utterly destroyed, and you're like, damn, you just, like, start looking around. You're like, people lived like this? And you're
right.
like, ugh. Yeah.
Crazy.
So I couldn't really imagine an urban setting like that, like a mall. Because, I've been in, like, gut homes, but
right. The place I went to was like a church, and it was also like a school, and they had like a kitchen. It wasn't really a cafe, but it was like a kitchen. And we came in kind of through the kitchen, and we went through the school and kind of saw the place where they had like church.
Yeah. Okay.
It's interesting.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
We didn't. It was like super tall. We only got through one floor, and we never went like fully upstairs because there was a section upstairs where you could, like, there was like a 3-story high building, and you could, like, stand on the roof. But we didn't get all the way up there. That was like kind of the goal, but we left as soon as we heard that pipe fall.
Yeah, sure.
Nuts.
Yeah, I think I have one more. I have one more video of that. Man, where is it? Here it is. Okay, cool.
This is kind of, the outside's kind of like the vibe, at least.
Yeah.
Dude, going through a plant would be so cool.
I agree. Because we went through that water plant in Cincinnati, and
that looks like, like some sort of copper water or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the water treatment plant, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was reading the comments of that, and apparently if you get sitting water is really dangerous, and especially this type of water, because if you get it on your skin, you could even potentially have like a what's the word? If it touches your skin, you could have a bacteria that can eat through you immediately.
That's crazy.
Like I forget what the word was, but yeah, I mean, I didn't really do much research besides the comment section. But yeah. And honestly, I kind of do believe that this water would be extremely dangerous.
Water's not normally that blue. It looks like there's some sort of, I mean, those pipes are rusted or whatever. It kind of looks like something that you would electrolyze, like, I think I'm saying that right. Electrolyze, and you would extract ions from it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like to make like a battery or something. It kind of looks like that, like something with a lot of electrolytes in it.
Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. I thought that was pretty. And his content's pretty good. I forget. I guess I could find his content, but it's very good. I'm a big fan of that dude.
Crazy.
That's all he does is just like go through abandoned buildings, and so yeah. Oh, I got a great meme for you. So, have you ever? I'm sure you've seen Shrek, right? Sure. You've had a childhood, I'm sure, right?
For sure.
This is a phenomenal video of.
Found in Shrek. In the scene where Shrek enters Farquaad's castle, the image of a woman can be seen through a window.
Interesting.
Some people suggested that it was Cameron Diaz, and that this image was a small Easter egg, since the actress voices Princess Fiona.
Can I at least know the name of my champion?
This theory was discarded because in the new 4K versions, it is clearly seen that it is not Cameron Diaz. Another interesting detail is that there are 2 windows in this scene, and if we look carefully, we can also see hidden...
The fact that they can get this kind of imagery
from that scene is crazy.
I agree.
The other one. In this case, it is the protagonist of Ants, another animated film.
Dude, that looks like a demon.
DreamWorks, the
I
same
agree.
studio that made Shrek. This means that the inclusion of the woman's photograph was not accidental. Fans are trying to find pictures of women involved in the project, such as animators and producers, but have not been able to find a match. Hopefully, this is an innocent prank, like an animator including a photo of his sister, girlfriend, or wife, and not something creepy like an animator obsessing over a coworker. In any case, this would make it more difficult to find out the identity of this person. It has been 20.
That's some goofy stuff to do. That's like just having a fucking random picture of one of your friends on your phone and you just throw it up on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the vibe I get from that.
Isn't that real goofy? And the fact that people are still finding like Easter eggs, quote unquote, from
these
it.
old films.
And the fact that there's a poster of Ant, like the the protagonist of the Ant movie. Like what?
That's wild.
That's so crazy, dude. That's so fun.
Since this film was released, and somehow fans continued to find hidden and interesting details. Who is this mysterious woman, and why was she hidden in the movie?
Yeah, I do not get how they got that, like how they were able to change with the image to be able to get. I don't know how they were able to see that.
Well, straight wild in.
Yeah. That's so much. That's too much detail to the fucking Shrek movie. Could you imagine how much you have to obsess over this movie to find this moment?
Yeah, it's like you're going through each frame and like looking at each pixel, trying to see something.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Seriously, yeah. Got any thoughts? How you doing?
Wild.
How you doing?
I wonder if there are other movies that are like that people go through.
I don't know. I mean, I could try to find that dude's content if you want me. Do you want me to? Do you want me to go down that rabbit hole?
I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay.
that sounds intense.
Okay.
It's an intense rabbit hole.
What do you want to experience right now? Like, how do you feel?
Let's go back on that quantum grind. Let's finish the quantum grind.
Okay.
So I don't have to ever talk about it.
Okay.
Ron, we could do BB.
Okay.
Or whatever.
If this has to operate near absolute zero, then it's not just something that anybody has in any lab.
A quantum computer today looks like a chandelier, a gigantic chandelier with all sorts of cooling pipes. But you see, that's not the quantum computer. The quantum computer is that little box at the bottom of the chandelier.
I didn't know that till I watched this video.
Everything else are cooling pipes to bring it down near absolute zero, where there's no disturbance from vibrating electrons.
Got it. Vibration from the external temperature in which it might have been immersed.
That's right.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I kind of always thought the quantum computer was the chip.
I see.
Because when Google came out with their quantum computer, when Alibaba came out with their quantum. It's just a chip, right? That's got to be ran through like it. I mean, they keep saying like close to 0 Kelvin.
Yeah, absolute 0.
So what was that, like negative 272?
Something like that. Super fucking cold.
Yeah, it's negative 272, right? Something close to that, or 275. Something like that, right?
Yeah,
I feel
you're
like
thinking of like the conversion from Celsius to Kelvin, and it's like, plus it's like the difference of 273.15.
Isn't the absolute 0 of Fahrenheit and Celsius the same degrees too?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I think absolute 0 is 0 for Kelvin, and then for Celsius it's like a really low negative number, which is probably 270 something.
Okay.
And then Fahrenheit, it's just that conversion from whatever it is in Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Okay.
It's probably like negative a couple hundred.
Sure.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Might be more cold. It might be like negative 400.
Were you always under the impression that it was a chandelier type?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought it was like the whole unit. Kind of like the old computers that were like these huge boxes and then they got shrunk down. I thought that was the kind of wave that we're going to go with quantum. I didn't know it was just a chip.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's fair. I was kind of always under the impression that it was a chip, just from the like, I don't know, the unveiling.
I see.
Of the chips. They always just kind of hold it in their hands, you know? They always kind of like...
Could you imagine having like a quantum chip in your phone and then it blows up, and then we have that whole new blowing up Samsung quantum chip phone thing?
What do you mean? Oh, that they catch
like
fire?
The batteries were blowing up, and now it's like the quantum chips are blowing up in people's pockets.
That was a big deal for a while, right? It was the Samsung.
Even have some on
planes.
Airplanes.
Yeah. That's right. That was a really big deal for a while. And I remember some people having those phones and they're like, it's fine. I mean, it's not going to blow up, but yeah. Do you ever feel like your phone's going to catch on fire?
You never know. Hopefully it does soon.
Yeah.
I need to buy a fire extinguisher for this lithium ion battery.
Yeah. Can you take your battery out?
No.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think that battery's pretty dangerous, not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of like things with lithium in it are pretty crazy. Like, hard to put, like the fires are really hard to put out. They can latch onto things really easily.
Yeah, the chemical itself is extremely eroding too, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And as soon as it's exposed to air, like it just fucking ignites super hot.
Yeah, and you know, they've been having issues with the Tesla vehicles too, like putting out those fires. Yeah, for sure.
That makes sense.
Because they catch on fire and then like water isn't really enough.
Right.
You kind of need like a chemical reaction to be able to
stop it.
Soothe the fire in a way. Like you got to be able to like, I don't know. Yeah. Simple water doesn't do enough.
Right.
So.
That makes sense.
And like it burns for multiple hours. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're ready to go on to hopefully the last quantum content.
I am. I was just curious. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll...
Why is the CIA afraid of quantum mechanics?
Because in principle, they're so powerful you can break any digital code. Because how do you put a code into a computer? If I have a number that's 100 digits long, I ask the computer factorize it as the product of two smaller integers. That could take 10,000 years to solve that problem. That's why you're safe. That's why no one can break into your code, because you know how to factorize these two numbers, but the criminal does not. A quantum computer can crack it just like that.
This is where that concept came from. You know, it's like that. Those books we're looking at on the previous podcast. I think I told you this as well, to where it's every single sentence exists.
Yes.
The time you die, the time you're born, what the next sentence that's going to come out of your mouth.
You think that it? Really, you think it even has Kahaya, your last name, will perish at blah blah blah?
I mean, you could make it say any date,
and it already has all of the dates.
Already has them all.
That's
but
where
it's all useless until you need it.
Yeah.
So as long as something can cycle through all the uselessness at a fraction of a second.
Is that how people really save their passwords too?
Not. I mean, if you really think about it, like, it's just random. There's only so many combinations you can do.
Well, I mean, like, so they all have locations, right? They have books. It's a series of bookshelves, right?
Yes, but I know where you're going with this. No, people do not. If people save their passwords like that, that'd be crazy.
I thought people do.
If
Nolan was telling me people do that.
Damn, that's crazy.
I thought people do.
Taking a book out of that shit and making that your pass. Holy shit, that's a meta.
Like, you only have the locations of it, so really you don't have the name of it, but you have the location and like the line at which your password is. You just, that's how you saved it. It's just like, instead of writing out your password, you write out the location of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's a password in half.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I don't...
Jesus.
Yeah. It's too much. My brain breaks on the whole quantum and the AI stuff, and it's just like my brain breaks, dude. What am I supposed to do with all this information? I have no idea.
Start your next career with this information.
Oh, yeah?
To be a billionaire.
Sure.
Preston, the chip scientist.
I'm no scientist, that's for damn sure. All right, what do you want to do now, Kahaya? Tell me.
Man, I need to find some bullshit.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm looking. Let's try and do the C. I think it was C. All right. Let's try and do BK or BJ.
Yeah. What you're seeing is a breakthrough in AI physics. It's called Genesis. That water droplet is AI generated, but it behaves exactly like it would in the real world. The forces, the
this would be cool for games.
Real and controllable. But that little droplet, that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is what happens when you use Genesis to train robots. And this blew my mind. Think of Genesis like a video game. So you could teach a robot character how to backflip in the virtual world, and then because the physics are real in the game, you could download that backflip skill to the same robot in the real world. And that's what's crazy about this. Genesis is so powerful, it could train a robot from virtual to real in 26 seconds, literally printing new skills by the hour. And you can see where this is going. Virtual chores become real chores. This is like Tony Stark upgrading his Iron Man suit in real time. Now, the reason AI-generated movement typically looks off is because real-world physics is super hard to replicate. Well, it took 2 years across 20 research teams, but they finally cracked it. And Genesis is open source for anyone to use. Let the simulation begin.
Dude, AI content is gonna become like impossible to tell
the difference. Yeah. That very really quickly. Like, one day in about probably 3 years, we'll be sitting here and we'll be watching content and we'll be like, so you think that dude's real or not?
We have to like really look at his like eyelashes moving in the wind and shit. Like, his hands will be perfect, his face will be perfect, and you gotta look at like, how the fuck is that guy leaving the house at midnight with conies?
Even if you had to prove you were a real person online, how could you know that that's just not an AI generated like ID or like your social security or like, you know what I mean? How are you gonna prove you're real online? You know,
that's crazy.
Because like there's gonna be like fake influencers. I say fake, but there's gonna be literally AI influencers that are gonna be way more popular than most people.
Right.
And so, like, is there going to be a separation between real and fake? Are they ever going to do that? Like, I hope they do that.
I've seen
for
some
our
memes.
sake, I guess, right?
Some people don't like AI like that, like AI created content. Some people are like, go fucking pick up a pencil and draw that shit yourself.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people like that.
I agree.
I think they'll try and put a stop to AI content creators.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now,
the children probably fall in love with them.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I asked, was it Adobe? I have an Adobe Illustrator,
right?
And I was just kind of fucking around with it, and I asked it to create a scaly dragon.
Right.
It was pretty good. It was so good. It generated in 30 seconds or something like that.
Right.
And it was a pretty good drawing, and shit like that's only going to get better.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Will drawing classes be obsolete?
You're getting to a point too where, oh my gosh, there's this thing on Adobe Premiere Pro where you can actually, if you film something, you can convert it and AI generate it to 4K. So let's say I had a really busted video of you, right? Like it looks like it was captured on a fucking 2000 cell phone.
Right.
Really busted. Looks so fucking you're just kind of moving around. You're glitching or it looks pixelated.
As fuck.
You can convert that to 4K.
That's nuts.
With AI stuff. And I don't know how good it is. Personally, I've never tried it before, but
what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
That's insane.
It's really crazy.
I want to try that shit.
I know.
Find some old busted videos.
Yeah.
Man, all the shitty quality memes
Mm-hmm.
they're on the internet from Vine from years ago that have been shared and shared and shared.
Mm-hmm.
4K?
4K, dude.
That's
Probably
crazy.
could make it into 8K if you really were motivated.
Jeez Louises.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
What a world. What a blessed world we live in. Blessed.
And you know what's
world.
so crazy is I remember me and you having a conversation probably a year ago, and even maybe on this podcast, about having computer-generated real physics.
I do remember this conversation. That's
Do you
kind of
remember?
why I brought it, too.
Yeah, because we had a conversation about real-life
There's so
physics.
much that you have to program.
Yeah.
And they did it. They fucking did it. And it's open source.
And that conversation didn't feel like that long ago that we had. I mean, it was
Probably
it was
a
on
year
this-
ago.
Yeah, probably a year ago on this podcast. And that's so crazy that we're already here.
For sure.
It's
like they didn't have it before.
Yeah.
But now
they do.
They do.
Games are going to be really fucking awesome now.
They better be
Yeah.
Game developers better be taking advantage of this shit.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play Pokemon and fly my Dragonite and shit.
Yeah.
Feel the real physics.
Yeah, I'm trying to drive a nice car, but I
Shit,
can't do it in
dude.
this
Driving
life.
games would be so dope.
So dope, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Driving games would be amazing.
Yeah. That's really the Matrix, though. Come on. You already feel like it's the Matrix, You're in a video game by that point where all the fun stuff's in a video game and all your real life stuff's so, boring. That's so sad.
It's crazy.
That's so sad. I was watching, a Steve Jobs video, his most famous video where he's like, life seems like it's concrete, but if you take the simple thought to think about how life is constructed for us, and that everything was designed by a human that's no smarter than you.
Right.
And once you're liberated with that information, you can create your own life. You can create your own world. You can create your own way of living. And I love that video of Steve Jobs, but I don't know. People, personally, I understand the ploy and video games are so fun,
Right.
Having in GTA, I can get a Lamborghini or a Maserati or whatever the fuck, so easily. But in this life, it's so hard to get a Mercedes-Benz and a Maserati, Lamborghini. So why wouldn't I just take a couple moments and do it on a game instead of doing it in real life? But yeah. It's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope, wouldn't you want your dream home? But, it's easier to get your dream home in SimCity.
Yeah.
Or what, Sims or whatever, so.
It's true.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
You gotta be one of the 1%ers that have both.
Yeah.
Only 1%.
Yeah. I know.
It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to go on to some more content? We gotta push through the battle.
All right, what are we doing?
BK.
Hold on, do you see this picture right here? Right now, there is a research student at UCL who's been going viral for his artwork that he was able to create only using math equations. Now, we've talked about how the universal language of the universe is math. The golden spiral is everywhere, and fractals can be found all over nature. But to see someone make an entire piece of artwork only using a math equation makes you think a little bit. But how does he do it? Any mathematical equation can be plotted out on a graph, and you'll get a shape depending on the equation. For example, this right here, plotted out onto a graph, will give you a heart. Now, a picture is just a rectangular grid of pixels, and each pixel has a color, which can be defined by some combination of RGB. So what he's done is created an equation that plots out all of these different shapes, and a combination of numbers giving color to each individual pixel.
Pretty crazy.
That's very fascinating.
It's like redoing computers ground up. Like, I feel like it might take a lot more processing power to do it this way, but the fact that he's able to do it is insane.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
I would love to see, like, the backwards, like, you take a picture and you throw it into a program and then it feeds you the equation for it.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting. What are your thoughts on this?
We live in the Matrix.
You think so?
It's all numbers.
Yeah.
1s and 0s. 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 0.
My class today talked about the Matrix.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your point to it?
What was the context of it?
Yeah.
Just like just the fact of a computer simulation, you know. I don't know. It was just like it was a real light touch on the Matrix, but I don't know. Do you ever get any? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think we live in the Matrix?
The Matrix is such an iconic movie. It's insane how it's like influenced people and it's like just resonates with us the way it does.
Yeah.
Are we in the Matrix? We'll never know. I think we are in a form of the Matrix to where like everything online is definitely like 1,000% the Matrix. Like it's all being fed to us a certain way and everything. There's always an algorithm. There's always a code behind everything. That's definitely a Matrix. But in the real world, I don't think so. I think this is pretty real.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with you on that. I think that everything that we interact with, like every computer, every single like time we interact with like electricity, to be honest, feels like we're entering like in a Matrix situation, because even the Wi-Fi can fucking radar your ass in your goddamn apartment or home, or so I don't know. Yeah, I do feel heavily. I feel like I'm a proctored human being based off of like what I see online, what I see like online shopping, what ads are fucking fed to me through Disney Plus.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Apparently I need to lose some weight.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm getting all the Hims and Ozempic and all that bullshit.
Yeah. The commercials.
The fact I know how to say Monjaro, like the fact I know how to read that word just by looking at it.
Yeah.
And pronounce it. It's crazy.
I am now getting commercials for home loans.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm really excited.
He's of age.
I'm really excited.
A bag.
Originally, I was getting like a lot of home goods ads about like, you know, cleaners, like, you know, and dish detergent, like Dawn and fucking and like clothes detergent, like, you know. But now I'm upgrading into some home loan ads, and it's real cool, man. It's real cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think my ad profile is changing, which is a really sad thing for me to even say, but everything's personalized to a degree now.
I really hope I don't get stuck with the weight loss pills
with
my non-working out ass. Might happen. You never know.
Yeah. How much TV do you watch a day? That's a really good question.
I'd like to say not a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. I did finish that anime. That was like 200 episodes. So when I watch it, I don't even realize I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's much more of like a background noise than like me actually like watching it. And then like I just spend like when I'm at home, I just like fucking sleep or I do homework or cook or clean. That's about it. I literally like sums up home. Yeah. And it's like sometimes, you know, I'm going to clean the living room. might as well turn on TV.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to eat dinner, I always eat dinner and watch an episode or two of TV.
Sure.
So it's like, I can't really tell. I feel like I can't really tell anymore.
Yeah.
I'd like
That's
to say
fair.
not a lot, but when I'm doing other stuff, TV's in tandem.
Yeah. I feel like I probably watch like an hour or two
Fair.
a day now, and it's like, oof, it's a lot, but I'm trying to like slow down just a little bit. But you know, life's a hard balance sometimes. You know, like when I eat dinner, I find myself being like wanting to watch TV. You know, when I eat dinner, and I find that one to be a little weird. Like that one's like really attached to me because like if you eat dinner and you don't watch TV, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And that's
Eating
weird.
in
That's
silence.
weird that I have that thought pattern. Shouldn't eating in silence or eating and talking to somebody seem normal? But it doesn't for some reason. And so, yeah.
I don't think I've ever like really ate something and not had a piece of media in front of me. Like growing up, fucking watching Minecraft videos, playing the fucking game, doing something. Headphones on while I'm eating. There's not really been a time where I'm eating and not unless I'm at restaurants. And I feel like that's why I don't like going out to eat. It's just because it's weird going out to eat and not being able to go on your phone. I feel like that's a big thing for why I don't want to go out to eat.
Interesting. Really? You know, I don't mind. I actually really enjoy going out and eating. Like, I really enjoy going out and having a meal. And I never really thought about it, like the whole TV thing, but that's interesting. That's an interesting thought.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's just fucking checking my stocks.
Sure.
That's enough.
I used to have such a kick where I would watch UFC fights when I would eat dinner. Loved me watching some UFC fights because it was so entertaining, you know. I'd watch somebody get like, you know, pummeled while I'm eating dinner. I'm like, this is nice. And so, I mean, I was doing that for at least like 4 or 5 months.
Damn.
And so, but like now, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I agree with you. I always watch something while I eat, and it's bad. It's really bad, you know. Yeah.
It is life.
I know. Do you mind if we wrap it up soon? I'm just
Sure,
I'm getting
sure.
a little tired.
Do you want to finish at 4:30?
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. What do you want to like, you know, what do you want to end on?
Maybe we could do BD. Did we do that?
I don't think
Just
so.
run through it. It's probably still
generation is going to be, first of all,
quantum.
fusion power, which gives us energy from seawater, unlimited energy from seawater. Second, quantum computers, because one day Silicon Valley will become a rust belt, because silicon, the age of silicon, is slowly coming to an end. We are now witnessing the slowing down of Moore's law. And the third component of the fifth wave is BrainNet. What will replace the digital internet? The neural BrainNet. We already can read memories in a mind. We can
That's
extract
crazy.
pictures out of the living brain. In the future,
That's
you will
crazy.
telepathically control the world around you. And we are laying the groundwork for that today. Machine-brain interface with enormous implications for the future.
I don't want a Neuralink. How do you feel about the Neuralink?
I think I'll try to avoid it until I cannot. I'm probably going to be, I won't be an early adopter.
Right.
That is for sure. I will not be you know, I can totally understand and rationalize why an early adopter, like somebody who is paralyzed.
Right.
Or somebody who
Has
that's
some
really all.
nerve damage of some
nerve
sort.
damage, you know, spinal cord damage, something that like, you know, they would benefit in having this procedure because it helps with blah, blah, blah. Whatever that fill in the blank is for you. I can understand that for another adopter, but I think it would take me until I see somebody who clearly benefits from it. But I don't know, man. I have issues putting my phone down now.
Right.
I have an issue with turning that TV off now. What is it gonna be like when I have that in my brain
24/7?
24/7. And I'm gonna tell you, my brain is a little buggy sometimes. You know, like I'll think about things and on repeat. What happens if I pull up the internet on repeat in my brain?
Right.
You know, like, have you ever had those moments where you're like, you know, a song gets stuck in your head?
Right.
Or you just like keep thinking about a particular subject, or you're embarrassed about something. And, you know, you said something in class, or you said something to a coworker and you got really embarrassed about it. And you replay that memory
in your brain over and over.
And then you have Neuralink hyper accentuating it and searing it into your fucking like brain.
Neurological pathways.
No, dude, I can't. And also, like, what is it gonna do to me when I sleep?
Bro, you can watch TV asleep. Hey, yo. 12 hours of TV every night. God damn. You know how long TV series would be?
Oh, my
Jesus
God.
Christ. They would have to make them AI at that point. Make TV shows AI generated.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it would be really cool to be able to relive your memories, right? To relive your memories would be very interesting.
Oh no, I feel like that's kind of terrifying, low key. Because, like, what if you had a memory where, like, you wanted to do something differently, and you couldn't, or let's say that you want to do something differently and you could, and you did like do something differently, but then like you see like the negative
implications of that,
right, in your dream or some shit, and it's like fuck, wake up in full sweat.
I mean, we all have done something where we've wanted to change how we are. We've always wanted to have like a change in our actions from a past memory, right? That's universal for every human being, right? But I wonder if you could change your memory, and then you have a false, a false viewing of how the past was because your memories are changed. You know, that's almost like I don't know, like having a narrative in your mind, like, you know, I was the middle child. I was the kid that, you know, was bullied in class or something like that. And you like looked back at your memories, but they were actually false. Like you were never.
Damn.
That'd
be life-changing. That's crazy.
People do that now. You know, people have like false assumptions about themselves now.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like it would just...
Man, it would suck, getting like a Neuralink in your like fucking 70s and you relive your life and you realize like how many things you fucked up.
Yeah, or how many times you've been like lying to yourself about a scenario. That's crazy. That's a big one. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be for my lifetime personally. I don't think I'll ever think about having a chip in my brain, but probably like I don't know, like what is it, like when children are popping out in like 2080,
they're gonna come pre-installed.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
They'll probably insert that chip when the brain's developing.
Right. Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I agree. So they won't even know the difference.
Right.
You know?
And then when they have a kid that's like naturally born, no chip, it's going to be such an anomaly.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything. He doesn't have a chip.
He hasn't even downloaded physics yet, fucking idiot.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You going to read a book, fucking loser?
Jesus Christ.
I couldn't imagine, dude. I really couldn't imagine. But I would say it would be really nice to download a book and then you know it immediately. But
terrifying.
You know, there's no journey to that.
Yeah.
You know,
like
you have
takes the fun out of life. Like, what is fun? You're just a fucking AI at that point.
Yeah.
Golly.
I don't know, man. I'm not for it. I'm definitely not for it.
Will there be jokes anymore?
Yeah, but instantaneously. You'll understand the joke instantly. And is it funny anymore? I don't know. Humor is always an evolving thing, you know?
Fair.
And so, like, what's funny to us is not going to be funny to the kids in the future.
Fair.
What was funny to, you know, the past generations isn't that funny now, so...
That makes sense.
I don't know, man.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. It is strange. Man, would you get a Neuralink if it came on the market now and it's like a couple $1,000? You know, it's surgery.
It's like become a cyborg and have fucking metal arms like the Tin Man before I get the Neuralink.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't do it.
You can't do it?
No way. I thought about doing it, But then I was like,
you genuinely thought about it.
yeah, because it's a superpower. It's like ChatGPT in your brain. You'd be so intelligent.
Sure.
But then it's like, I want my humanity over being super intelligent.
I personally like my humanity. And like, I'm cool with, I really don't, how do I say this? I don't mind the technology evolving around me.
Right.
And like, everything has a positive and negative effect to everything. So like, I'm willing to accept that, technology is like evolving around me, but I do like my humanity. I really enjoy my humanity, and there's no way that I would want to be part of a computer. I'm already like, I got Google. That's enough for me.
Right.
I don't need Google in my brain. I need like a physical separation between me and technology for sure. If it was in my blood, bro.
Can't do it.
There's viruses out there. I'm good, bro.
I feel it.
No way.
All right, Mr. Preston.
All right.
Are you ready to wrap it?
I am. Do you have an ending video? Because I have an ending video.
Do I have memes? Oh, we should watch DD. DD's a crazy meme. Got the knuckle 808s.
I really lost it all. I guess I lived a model of ball to you. Who would have thought that I feel like this when she get real like this? My bitch on the wall phone like she can't live like this. She had to sell my shit cause niggas telling shit. Yeah, I can't fuck with niggas who ain't built like this. My cousin gone. R.I.P. on my dog. Motivation dedicating this shit to
He's got some real skill.
my homies say YP. They gave me lifetime 3. He rather die in prison than testify for a plea. Do you know how much pain I seen with these eyes? Do you know how many homies locked up or done died? Do you know how many?
Got the reverb on there too, bro.
I know.
Like,
that was really
crazy.
good. That was really good. I really appreciate it. That was a good melody too.
Dude, honestly, like,
damn.
I don't think he could
I didn't realize he was
that
in
song.
I don't think he was in I didn't realize he was
Exactly.
in prison, but he really was though. That's crazy.
That shit's nuts.
Man.
I don't think he could produce a song better than that. Like in real, like that particular song, like just because of the vibe, like the way it sounds.
It was good
in that moment.
I mean,
I'd rather listen to it like that than be like professionally recorded in a studio.
But maybe if he gets into a professional studio and he gets in that same frame of mind, I think he can still
Deliver.
I think he could still deliver.
I think the Knuckle 808s really fucking
That
brought it
was-
home.
that was
shit
really
crazy.
good,
And the
yeah.
snaps, like it was just, it felt human.
Yeah.
It felt real human.
Felt really, yeah. I agree. Since that was your clip, I'm gonna see if I have any. Man, there was. That's a tough one. I can't show you that.
Oh snap! Snap a little dog.
Yeah, I think this should be my last one, which is this one.
Let's see it.
All right, and this is a long ass video, but look at this fucking bike. Isn't this crazy?
That's
like
nutty.
This is a Batmobile. Like,
yeah, that is the fucking Batmobile. That's nuts.
This is a Batmobile.
Dude, if they make cars like this in the future,
I know, dude. He's super smart, and I forget what this guy's name is. Like, I don't know what his YouTube is, but this guy is fucking smart out of his ass. And like,
oh my,
yeah,
imagine
dude.
parking like that, like parallel parking.
Yeah, and look how fucking stable he is, going side to side.
Insane.
And those are weighted balls, and so yeah, dude.
That'd be a fun. Like if there was a motorcycle like that, I'd buy it.
Me
Hands down.
fucking too. Absolutely
looks fun as fuck.
So fun. So fun. If the controls are really that easy, I could understand that. I don't know, man. Just like, yeah, having a vehicle like this seems like, come on. Where is he? Yeah, there he is.
Let's try it out in real life.
Yeah.
Man, I love how it idles and it kind of just shifts around. That's fucking sweet.
I agree.
Damn.
That was so fucking.
That was
so
slick.
clean. That's so clean.
Man, you could never know where they're going.
Never.
That's so slick.
I hope this is like. I hope this is created one day because Jesus Christ, this has to be mass produced. I hope. And maybe
even
like,
as like a fucking like toy or some shit. I need this.
Yeah. I know, dude.
Instead of a dirt bike, it's like a floor bike. Or
That's
some
you
shit.
know that's what I was thinking. Like even if it was just like a simple like 10-mile-per-hour vehicle that you could have like around like a trail, around like a farm, this is still pretty fucking cool. Damn,
I'm jealous.
I know, dude.
That would have been so sweet if you would have been able to just whip it back like that.
So that must be his problem. Is like it. Yeah, but if you made it, what is it like electromagnetic?
Oh, that'd be even crazier.
Because it would stick.
It was almost like he was going forward and then trying to like reverse or something. You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to that original moment where the balls fall off.
He's reversing.
Yeah.
Man, and then tries to do the turn and go forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, if you would have been able to pull that off.
Well.
It kind of looked like, I mean, from all the clips I've seen earlier, he makes like a really fucking small turn, though. Like a small circle, which is not possible in a car when he does his turns.
Yeah.
So that's still pretty impressive.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, that's some high class
engineering.
I agree. And so, gosh, I would like a vehicle like that personally.
I feel it.
And so, yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, man. All right.
It was nice. Well lasted.
You know, it was. We miss Nolan.
Nolan, come home.
Yeah, indeed. And like,
Alrighty.
Hey guys, if you're still watching, like, give us a like. Like, we.
Our one viewer who is me.
Our one viewer. Thank you, Kahaya's phone. And that's pretty much all I got. You got any thoughts?
Have a great one, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. All right. Adios. Goodbye.
The Oruga Podcast.
Somehow somebody's always looking the other way. Now look at these guys. They look busy, right?